Our enemies lay in that particular continent where we are from. Our issues are in that continent. We don't have any issue anywhere. If we cannot correct our home, where can we correct? If our own leaders are willing to massacre innocent demonstrators, people that are demanding for police brutality to stop, then you're going to go out there and unleash military, Nigerian leaders, Nigerian president, to go massacre innocent youth in your country. I call upon all Africans. We need to all rise up to this occasion and condemn what happened in Nigeria and hashtag your Facebook. Stand together with your brothers that are falling yesterday. The Bloody Tuesday massacre will go in history as one of the worst days for African leaders to do. You see what we don't understand? What happened in South Africa? Throughout the black continent, the African continent, what goes on in African continent affects every African, everywhere you are. If Nigerian leaders will unleash military to kill Nigerian citizens, innocent civilian youth on the street, unleash army, military that were supposed to go out and fight wars, are now killing innocent civilians who are demonstrating for their right. Everybody has a right to demonstrate, the First Amendment right. And yet they turn around shooting them. You are telling the world that our life doesn't matter. They can go ahead and kill us anywhere we go. For God's sake, African leaders, do something about this. The AU need to condemn what happened in Nigeria. I'm so outraged, I can't even talk. To see this Bloody Tuesday, so many youth who were on the street demonstrating to be massacred by a military, it's sad. My heart goes out to every fallen hero. You guys are heroes. Don't stop. Continue. Continue to demand for more. Nigeria need to change. The things need to change in Nigeria. The leaders need to change. You guys need to change and demand. At this point, no turning back. They already slaughter so many people. Why is it that African leaders don't fear God? I don't understand this. Why? I don't understand this. It's the saddest thing in life is to go see your own continent people doing this to their own people and making it that it's fair game for other people to take guns after black people. If we cannot demonstrate in our own continent, where can we demonstrate? It's sad. It's sad. At times it's so overwhelming to see what the black race is going through throughout the world. Your own continent, you have no right to voice your opinion, Nigerian leaders. After all this corruption, brutality, now you're going to unleash military to go kill innocent children on the street while the whole world watches. Black on black in our own continent. I don't know what it is. At times I ask a question like, if you don't have faith, you start saying that, are there even God? I don't understand this. I can never understand this. Our own continent. You can speak your mind. They are being brutalized. Today you take Bloody Tuesday event, massacre children. African leaders, you need to do better than that. You need to do better than that. It's sad when you think about what's happening in this world, what the African people are going throughout the world. To add injury to insult. Our own people, our own leaders are unleashing military to go kill. innocent civilians. Just because when power goes to some people's head, they don't think. What we do in this world, any atrocity that are committed against our own people in the continent of Africa, tells the world it's fair game to do whatever you want to do to black people. If we cannot have protection from our own leaders, who else can protect us? If we cannot learn anything in this world, but learn the good. Look to the world. People demonstrate, feel street. They don't take guns out there to be shooting. My heart goes out to every fallen hero who died. Protection to demand your civil liberty that have been violated. People may not understand why I'm crying. As a black woman sitting here, seeing some form of racism, seeing the killings of innocent black people throughout the world. And always think that we only have one place that you can go roam freely, which is Africa. For the leaders to turn around, especially in Nigeria, that's supposed to be a role model for every African country. You are the biggest country in the continent, population-wise, everything. Today, the greedy, selfish leaders, barbaric leaders, tend to unleash military to go kill innocent people. The answer you ask at times is, where did we go wrong? And then you start to realize that the Europeans couldn't have come into African continent to colonize us if we didn't have some of these barbaric people. If we didn't have some of these Africans that are willing to sell every African soul for themselves. Today, some of them became leaders. And they still have the demonic ways in them. They are willing to do anything for a penny. Even if it's mean that I have to sacrifice the whole country. But my heart goes out to every youth in Nigeria. All the people that stand now to demonstrate against police brutality in Nigeria. All the people that were falling yesterday, the Bloody Tuesday event yesterday, will go in history books, in African history, for one of the worst days, Bloody Tuesday, October 20th. We're going to go down in history. That Nigerian president unleashed military on their own civilians in African soil. It's sad. See what's happening in Europe, telling people drowning in oceans. If our leaders were to be straight, our brothers and sisters will not be dying in oceans in numbers. If our leaders were to be straight, what's happening throughout the world will not be happening. Whether it's about killing an innocent black person or whatever it is that black people go through. What happened in China when blacks were kicked out of hotel is simply because our weak leaders who are sitting in African continent and cannot make any rules and cannot protect their civilians. Apart from brutality, you're going to allow China to kick your citizens out and you couldn't do anything. It happened in South Africa, and today, if it's happening in Nigeria, where else? Nigerian leaders need to be ashamed. Nigerian leaders need to be ashamed no matter what it is. You are not supposed to unleash your military into your civilians to be killed. No matter what. What you guys don't know is like what you do in the continent of Africa affects every black person throughout the world. It doesn't matter what it is. But if we can allow your military to slaughter innocent civilians, you're telling the whole world that anywhere that black people is, especially your people, it's okay, they can slaughter them too. It's sad. At the same time, I ask, where did we go wrong? So to all my followers and every African brother and sister who's on Facebook, let's hashtag this Bloody Tuesday event and stand together with our brothers and sisters in Nigeria. We stand with them, unite with them to fight for this brutality, even though so many people lose their life in their hands of their own government. Corruption, greedy, is what is led to some of these things. And when I say people pray and do all these things, at the end of the day, nobody believes in God. What kind of godly person will say, military, go out there and slaughter children? If what they do, if you don't have enough, they'll find a warehouse, start arresting them, putting them there. You don't turn military out to go and be shooting innocent people. What's going on? What's going on? Do you forget what's going on throughout the world? African leaders, Nigerian leaders, do you guys forget what's happening? When black people are being gunned down in the middle of the street, jogging and things, and then you doing the same thing in the continent of Africa? African leaders, what's going on? Where do we go wrong? Nigerian leaders need to be ashamed. Buhari need to be ashamed. Buhari need to be gone. What's happening in Nigeria shouldn't be happening over there. You're telling out the whole world that black lives doesn't matter for an African president to unleash military to go kill your innocent citizens on the street. You don't understand. You guys may never get it. You guys may never get it. But I always say one day, African continent will be rescued by all the descendants that were stolen away. We'll save African continent. Well, the leaders don't get it. Even if you were to be a good leader, with some morality in you, with moral values and common sense, you have your citizens throughout the world. And if your children were to be demonstrating in your country, if you cannot do anything at all that you have to do is arrest them. Because you put thought in place to think that whatever I do in my native land, people will follow for my behavior. If it is good, people will use that good behavior towards my people. If it is bad, they're going to use that bad behavior towards my people. For God's sake, African leaders, get it right. Your children are dying throughout the world. And then you turning around the only place we have to call home and be peace. You unleash military to go kill innocent people. Nigerian leaders, you guys can do better. I know that you guys are known for corruption, greediness, everything, greed. But I didn't know that the leaders can unleash military to go in the middle of the street and be gunning down, massacre like it's a war zone. Militaries don't go on the street to shoot people. Militaries are trained to go fight wars. You unleash military to go slaughter people. And you don't understand what you are doing. Whatever you are doing, if Nigerians are crying, it's the whole continent of Africa that is crying. We all need to stand up and go against what Buhari government did. Condemn it. The AU need to say something. Some of these things are why Africa is not united. How are we going to unite it when they have some of these delusional leaders who are not capable to rule, will be in power and be doing things? If you're going to allow your soldiers to massacre your own people in the land of Nigeria, where else wouldn't they be massacred? African leaders, you need to do better. You need to do better. You are not doing anything for your citizens. You are not protecting them with any money. You're not giving them any allowance. But the little things that they demand from the government also is something that they will unleash military to come out and kill people. The most disgraceful day that will go in history will be the Blood Tuesday in Nigerian history. That the leaders unleash military to go street to street and be gunning down people like they were in war zone, killing people. We all need to talk, my brothers and sisters, throughout the continent. It's only not Nigerian issue, it's all of us issue. If Nigerians are crying, it's all of us that are crying. Nigerians have 200 million population or more. And what you don't understand, if Nigerian leader can do it and get away with it, so did the other African countries. So it's about time for all Africans to unite. If one African country is going to go rogue, especially the leaders, it's every African duty to demonstrate, go to their embassies and demand for the country leaders to withdraw or do something. It's sad. At times you say, where did we go wrong as Africans? Where did we go wrong? Our leaders don't know limit. When people are killing us throughout the world, everywhere you go, and you're gonna tell the world people that the African poor people life doesn't matter. Slaughter them anywhere you see them. Because if a Nigerian government president can allow your soldiers to go take to your street to kill innocent civilians, that means you're telling the whole world that our life doesn't matter. They should kill us anywhere they find us. It's sad. So hashtag, go on Facebook. They have the logo over there. Use it. Police brutality, Black Lives Matter, no matter where you are. Even in our continents, if our leaders don't know wrong and right, it's we, the youth, duty to tell them and show them what right and wrong is. But what Nigerian leaders did yesterday was atrocity. Genocide. This is even more than massacre. It's pretty much like a genocide. If you can unleash military to go to the street and be shooting people, it's nothing but genocide. So I come today to tell every African, stand together. With this heartbreak in Nigeria, we stand with our brothers and sisters. Those that are hurt, may the Lord give you a speedy recovery. And those that are departed, are dead, may the Lord grant you internal peace. It's sad. What can you do? We couldn't do anything. It's like, I remember watching Professor Lumumba said something like, the ones that have knowledge have no power. And those with knowledge, those with power have no knowledge. They don't understand the damage our leaders are doing to Africa throughout the world. Whatever you guys are doing is what people use to treat the leaders too. Because if a leader can unleash military on your own civilians to massacre people, what makes you think that your fellow leader in the Western world or the European country will call you an equal? You are not an equal to them. Because you are not capable of thinking, being a leader. Because a leader don't unleash military to go kill people. You are not capable to lead. You just happen to take the thing because you have people that have power and put you in place. Because any leader that will unleash military to go kill people is not a leader to me. African youth, we need to wake up. We need to wake up and stand together, unite, regardless of our differences, and hold these leaders accountable. The sad thing is, like, they watch TVs, they see all these things, and now they see why they cannot learn. You don't unleash military in your country to kill people. Whatever it is, you're telling the whole world that they can kill your civilians, they can kill your citizens. Their life doesn't matter to you. But what goes on in Nigeria is every African country youth duty to watch and wake up to know that if this can happen in Nigeria, so do your country. We need to demand and hold these politicians accountable. Vote them out. Demand. When the Arab Spring happened, they went into the street. You didn't see people shooting them, killing everybody. They took to the street. And things were able to change. So please, African leaders, get it. It's not about your stealing. It's not about your greed. It's about the survival of the African child. It's about the survival of the African continent. Whatever you guys do out there affect every African, anywhere we are. I'm sad. I'm so sorry. I can't even get my words out. I'm so sad about what happened. Yesterday, I couldn't sleep. Seeing all this blood, people, 50 plus people injured, so many people died. Come on. The most brightest country in the continent. Well-learned people in that country, in the continent. Where did we go wrong? Where did we go wrong? So people cannot realize that no matter what you are doing, you can still, no matter how much you are stealing and all that, and the children are not saying anything, the youth are not saying anything, but the one thing they demand, to give them a little bit of their freedom, their civil rights have been violated for them to come on the street to demonstrate peacefully. You're going to turn around saying so just to go kill them. And you think, I don't know, what do you think you achieve? Success? You achieve nothing by a failure and atrocity, genocide. And the whole world is watching what is going on in Nigeria. It's fair game for everybody to treat a black person how they want. So wake up, African youth. These old people cannot hold our destiny. Our destiny is on our own hands. Get rid of all these old leaders who doesn't think, because that leader even have no business being a leader anyway. He's old. He doesn't think right, because if he were to be thinking right, he won't unleash military to go shoot innocent civilians. So wake up, African children, youth. Your destiny have to be better than what these poor old leaders are doing. They cannot think. They cannot think. So I come today for this. If the video is bad a little bit, I was just so angry to see and sad at the same time. I couldn't even get my words out. Thank you. May the Lord bless all of us.